Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. This is Muthu Meenakshi from Pon Vidyashram. I welcome everyone to the next session on Class 8 Mathematics. Children, before starting with today's session, every problem is an opportunity for a creative solution. I repeat this, every problem is an opportunity for a creative solution. Let us start our today's session. This is Chapter 3, Understanding Quadrilaterals. Here we are going to start with exercise 3.3. This will be part 5. Exercise 3.3, question number 1. Given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each statement along with the definition or property used. Children, before starting with this, let us recollect the properties of parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, the diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other, and adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. Now, we have to complete the following statements, that is, subdivision 1, it is AD is equal to dash. AD is equal to BC because AD and BC are opposite sides of parallelogram. Measurement of angle DCB is equal to angle DAB because opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. The value for OC is equal to OA because diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Fourth subdivision, measurement of angle DAB plus measurement of angle CDA equal to 180 degree because sum of adjacent angles of parallelogram is supplementary. This is sum. So sum of adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. So measurement of angle DAB plus angle CDA equal to 180 degree. Question number 2. It is a given parallelogram. In the given parallelogram, you have to find out the unknown values of x, y and z. We have already discussed the properties of parallelogram. With that, we can start this problem. The sum of any two adjacent angles of parallelogram is 180 degree. Therefore, x plus 100 is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, the value for x is 180 minus 100, that is equal to 80 degree. Similarly, x plus y, again it is an adjacent angle. So, x plus y is equal to 180 degree. The value for y is 180 minus x, that is nothing but 180 minus 80, that is equal to 100 degree. Now, y plus z is equal to 180 degree. Again, they both are adjacent angles. So, the value for z is equal to 180 minus y, that is 180 minus 100, that is equal to 80 degree. To conclude, the solution for this problem, the value for x is 80, the value for y is 100, and the value for z is 80 degree. Now, subdivision 2 of second problem, it is a parallelogram. You have to find out the unknown values of x, y and z. So, here ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore, ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore, you can say AB is parallel to DC and AD is also parallel to BC. As AB and DC are parallel to one another, there is a transversal, that is BC here. It is going to intersect it. Then you can conclude the value for Z is equal to Y because Z and Y are alternate angles. Now, AD is also parallel to BC and again there is a transversal, that is AB. Then you can say the value for Z and X are also same because Z and X are corresponding angles. So from both these you can say that the value for X, Y and Z, all the three will be same. Now let us use adjacent angle property, that is y plus 50 is equal to 180 degree because sum of adjacent angles of parallelogram is 180 degree. Therefore, the value for y is equal to 180 minus 50, that is nothing but 130 degree. To conclude, the solution for this problem, x is equal to y is equal to z, that is equal to 130 degree. Now, problem number 3 of second sum. It is a parallelogram. you have to find the unknown values of x, y and z. From the figure you can clearly understand that this value for x and this one, they both are same, that is they both are vertically opposite angles. Hence you can say the value for x is equal to 90 degree. Now let us consider triangle DOC. In triangle DOC, you take this point to be O. In triangle DOC, we can use angle sum property. By angle sum property, the measurement of angle DOC plus angle OCD plus angle CDO is equal to 180 degree. That is, x plus 30 plus y is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, 90 plus 30 plus y is equal to 180 degree. The value for y is 180 minus 120, that is equal to 60 degree. In the parallelogram ABCD, AB is parallel to DC. Therefore, there is a transversal BD that is going to intersect it. Then you can say alternate angles are equal. By that you can say angle Z is equal to angle Y. The value for Y we have already found it out, that is 60 degree. Therefore, the value for Z is 60 degree. To conclude, the solution for this problem is x is equal to 90 degree, y is equal to 60 degree and z is also equal to 60 degree. Now it is subdivision 4 of second problem, that is it is a parallelogram. You have to find the unknown values x, y and z. That is, we are going to use again adjacent angle property. Angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. That is, x plus 80 is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, the value for x is 180 minus 80, that is 100 degree. Similarly, angle A and angle D are adjacent angles. So, angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. So, x plus y is equal to 180 degree and the value for y is 180 minus x, that is nothing but 180 minus 100, that is 80 degree. Now again, angle D and C are also adjacent angles. So, angle Y plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. So, the value for C is 180 minus Y, that is equal to 180 minus 80, that is 100 degree. Now, we are going to use linear pair, that is the value for C and Z, they both form a linear pair. So, C plus Z is equal to 180 degree. The value for Z is equal to 180 minus C, that is nothing but 180 minus 100, that is equal to 80 degree. To conclude, the solution for this problem, x is equal to 100, y is equal to 80 and z is equal to 80. Now it is question number 5 of problem number 2, that is subdivision 5. Here it is a parallelogram. We have to find the unknown values of x, y and z. Let us discuss the solution. The value for B is 112. So, angle B and angle D are equal. That is, y is equal to 112 degree. Because opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. So, value for y is equal to 112 degree. Now, let us consider triangle ACD. In triangle ACD, let us apply angle sum property. So, x plus y plus 40 is equal to 180. So, x plus 112 plus 40 is equal to 180. The value for x is 180 minus 152, that is equal to 28 degree. Here, AD is parallel to BC and AC is a transversal. Hence, you can say the value for x and z are equal. If the value for x is 28, the value for z is also equal to 28 because x and z are alternate angles. They both are alternate interior angles. So, the value for x is 28, the value for y is 112 and value for z is 28 degree. This completes this problem. Now it is question number 3 of exercise 3.3. Can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram if angle D plus angle B is equal to 180 degree? that is subdivision 1. Let us first discuss the solution for this one. If in a quadrilateral ABCD, angle D plus angle B is equal to 180 degree, then it is not necessary that ABCD is a parallelogram, but it may be a parallelogram in some conditions also. Now it is subdivision 2. AB is equal to DC is equal to 8 and AD is equal to 4 cm and BC is equal to 4.4 cm. Here let us discuss the solution for this problem. The opposite sides, that is AD and BC, are not equal. As the opposite sides are unequal, ABCD is not a parallelogram. Now it is subdivision 3. The value for angle A is given as 70 and angle C is given as 65 degree. The opposite angles are not equal. The value for angle A and angle C are different. So definitely ABCD is not a parallelogram. This completes the third problem. Let us move on to the fourth problem. Fourth question. Draw a rough figure of quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram but has exactly two opposite angles of equal measure. A rough figure of a quadrilateral ABCD that is not a parallelogram but has two opposite angles equal, that is angle A and angle C are equal here, that is nothing but a kite. This figure is an example for a kite. So this completes this problem. Now it is question number 5. The measure of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio 3:2. Find the measure of each of the angles of parallelogram. Children, we have already discussed the properties of parallelogram. The measure of adjacent angles of a parallelogram is always supplementary. So let us consider the two adjacent angles to be in the ratio of 3x and 2x. So as A and B are adjacent angles, the sum of adjacent angles are always supplementary. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. That is nothing but 3x plus 2x is equal to 180 degree. That is 5x is 180. Therefore the value for x is 180 by 5, that is equal to 36 degree. Here we have considered 3x and 2x. So value for A and B are 3 into 36, that is 108, and value for B, that is 2 into 36, that is 72 degree. They have asked you to find all the four angles. We also know the opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. If the value for B is 72, then the value for B also will be 72 because opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. Similarly, if angle A is 108, angle C is also equal to 108 degree. Children, you can also verify angle sum property of quadrilateral here. If you add all the four angles, that is 72 plus 72 plus 108 plus 108, it will give you the result as 360 degree. To conclude, the solution for this problem is angle A is 108, angle B is 72, angle C is 108 and angle D is also 72. Now the last problem for today's session, that is question number 6. Two adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measures. Find the measure of each of the angles of parallelogram. In this previous sum also we have discussed the same property, that is sum of adjacent angles of parallelogram is always supplementary. So let us consider the two adjacent angles to be A and B. Both are of same measure. I am going to take both the values as x. So angle A plus angle B is 180 degree. Angle x plus x, that is 2x, is equal to 180 degree. Therefore the value for x is 90 degree. If A is 90, B also will be 90. We also know the opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. So A and C will be equal and B and D also will be equal. Therefore the four values, that is A, B, C and D, all are equal to 90 degree. So in today's session we have completed till problem number 6 in exercise 3.3. The remaining problems we will discuss in the next session. To conclude, The best angle from which to approach a problem is the triangle. Children, it is not triangle, that is triangle. I am talking about triangle. The best angle from which to approach a problem is the triangle. So please try, work out all the problems. The only way to teach mathematics is to do mathematics. Only if you do, you can understand. So the best angle from which to approach a problem is always the triangle. I think you like all my quotes. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching.